There was one thing that you mentioned in terms of MDR. I wanted to come back to it. Is you mentioned MDR. You have you believe it's better if it's in-house because people actually have the context, right? I think that's one of the things that we're seeing, and I 100% agree with you there because like nobody knows your infrastructure better than you do. Right. And I think this is one of the opportunities we have by leveraging AI is where you can provide it the context. You can tell it about your environment. You can tell it about like the simple example, actually, James, you brought up around, impossible travel across your environment because you're using these VPN gateways. If you can describe that as context, that as part of every investigation now, that is context that is actually understood. That is something that a human would have ended up doing, but maybe one person in the MDR team knows that, but maybe others don't. Maybe they don't check that this is how this company operates. But again, if this is context that a machine has, every single alert that is being investigated is now something that that context is added to, right? So I do see pretty big opportunities there in sort of bringing these functionalities in house and giving people like yourself, Kyle, and your team the opportunity to provide a lot of this context.
Yeah, 100%.
I think a lot of conversation about how AI affects the SOC has only focused on the lowest hanging fruit example, which is I can fire SOC analysts now because my AI can summarize an alert and send a message or whatever. But I think what I want to spend this second half doing